Hi, this is Kevin Alexander with Alta Vista Technology. Welcome to Off the Deep End, where we take a look at beneficial functionality within Business Central you might not yet be acquainted with. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Outlook Contact Insight integration and email tracking within Business Central. Within Assisted Setup, there are two setup configurations that need to be completed. The first, set up your business inbox in Outlook. Once this is completed, this will add the Outlook add-on extension to your Outlook client, both at the desktop, the web, and also you want to be able to set up email logging. Now I've done these both, and so we won't run through these again. And the difference between these two is the first installs the Contact Insights client, and email logging allows your organization to track email communications between your sales folks and your customers based on how the contact's emails were set up. And so we'll take a look at both. We'll be looking at Contact Insights within the web version of Outlook. If you had your desktop, you'll see these same functions, but you'll get to them from the ribbon at the top of your Outlook. So I have a message here from an individual, Grady Archie, and it's in regards to coffee shop chairs. If I come to the ellipse, that gives me more information about the email. Down here, we'll see we have the Business Central add-in, and here's the Contact Insights that we just installed previously. And if we click the Contact Insights, when that loads, we'll see that it's recognized the company Fourth Coffee because that is associated with our contact over here in the email. Also some information, our fact box information, so this should look really familiar. Down here, some other fact box information about this account. So without having to leave Outlook here, I can get some pretty insightful summary information about that customer. So I could click as an example here on outstanding invoices, and this will show here in the add-on that particular invoice, and I could drill down into this and go to the source document if I chose. But we're going to go ahead and move back to our email. And our email here, Grady mentions that he's interested in getting a quote on these chairs. So I'd like to provide that quote for him quickly here, and we're going to do that right here with inside Outlook. So quickly, we're going to click on New and Sales Quote. Now, notice what's happened over here on the right. It's interpreted the email and loaded in some matches for this particular description that Grady provided to us. And what we really want is, I don't really want this guest section. I really want these Roam chairs. So we're going to unselect and select these and select OK. This now loads up the quote window, and I could now come and complete that here if I'd like. So there's not a lot of real estate in here to finish this quickly, and maybe there's some additional notes or things that I might need to add to this quote. So if that's the case, from here, I could open this in a new window quickly, and this will give us a larger window for the quote. And maybe down here, I'd like to add a comment down here in this window, and that comment being he has minimal seating for guests. We'll use the small chair legs. And we can add that into our quote here. Once this is done, I'll come back and we'll close this. And I'd like to go ahead and send this off to Grady. So we just simply refresh the window down here. It updates our quote for ourselves. So we'll do that. let's send this off to Grady. So using the ellipse over here on the right, we'll see that we could actually send by email this quote, and we'll go ahead and select that. And here's our email draft off to Grady. So let's go ahead and close this for a moment, and let's go into edit this email. So if there's anything else I need to add to this email, I could do that here within Outlook. It's got a summary of what the quote number is, the date, and the total. And here attached to my email, I have a copy of the quote. And we can go ahead and send those off now. Now, while I'm here, I'm also going to set up an appointment to follow up on this quote. So let's select our appointment here, and we'll create an appointment like we normally would. And let's select that appointment for the following week. And we'll go ahead and create that. Once that appointment is all set, we're going to go ahead and send that off. So now let's go take a look at email tracking within inside of Dynamics. Within Dynamics, what will get tracked are the emails and appointments that occur between a salesperson and a contact. And we can see the activity at both levels. So first, let's go look at our contacts. So if you're not familiar with the contact feature within inside of Dynamics Business Central, for your customers and vendors, it's possible to have a contact record associated to it. And the contact record has more of the kind of relationship information for those people and organizations. And here I've got our fourth coffee. And so we're going to go ahead and click on fourth coffee. And with inside here, we're going to go ahead and navigate to some of the history for them. And we're going to look at interaction log entries. So the interaction log entries is where all the historical information gets gathered about the contact information that we've had with them. And you can see in this listing now, there's a few pieces of information. And we're looking at here now, we can see the quote that was sent off to them, as well as the follow-up that we're going to have with them, the quote review down here. So here we've seen the incoming quote, or I should say incoming email and request for quote, and then what we sent back out to them. And this entry down here is that appointment that we made for them. We can go back and look at the details for it. So you can see in this column here, attachments. If I click on yes, and we open that up, it will actually launch and show us the appointment that we've set up now for that individual. We can see here that was the one we set up for next week. And if we come back in here, we can look at, here's that latest quote that we put together. And we might want to go look at the details to it as well. And this is the email that went off. And so we'll click yes. And here's the email that we sent. And here is the quote information. Notice the hyperlink in the quote. If we actually select that now, you'll see that it's actually launching Business Central. And it's going to show us the quote information here when that refreshes. So clicking the link, we're able then to see within inside of this document view window the quote that we just put together. And so emails that are sent to you that reference information that is interpreted as being a Business Central will be highlighted and underlined like this and available for you to get that summary information right from within Outlook as well. So we'll go ahead and close that. And then back here in our interactions log window. So we're seeing it here at the fourth coffee level. Well, our interaction happened to be at the contact level. So we're going to go back to our contact list and let's go down to Grady here and we'll open up Grady's record. And if we navigate to Grady's interaction log entries, you'll see those specific entries here as well. So everything that happens at the contact or individual level will roll up to the account and make it visible there, so that someone who is trying to get a picture of the entire relationship with the account can do it simply at the contact level, or the contact company level. Now, as a salesperson or someone who is interested in the activity or all activity for contacts that I work with, I may want to then go to my view that shows me all those. And we can do that by going to salespeople. And we'll just click in salespeople here. And we are Stephen Alexander. And once we're here on Stephen's record, we can now look at all the activities for all the contacts for Stephen. So let's go ahead and navigate to those. And here's the list of all those interactions. So you can see those all taking place inside of this particular window. So let's resort this because we were looking at this by date. And here are the ones that we just recently had. And you can see here's that appointment that we have for next week. This was a quick look at contact insights and email integration within Business Central, which are just a small part of the Business Central relationship management functionality. If you have any questions about setup and configuration of either the contact insights or email tracking, reach out to your partner. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions about Business Central, please give us a call. And if you like this video, please follow the links and subscribe to our channel.